Do you feel frustrated? Good. Do you feel scared? Good. Do you feel exhausted, like the market is taking all your energy? Good. Do you feel like you want to capitulate and sell all your crypto? Good. This is exactly what the market makers want you to feel right now. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Empire. In this video, I'll be going over how $1.7 billion was liquidated from the crypto market today and what that means for altcoin prices. Is the bottom in, or should we brace for more downside? Let's get into it. So it's been a bloody day in the crypto markets with $1.71 billion liquidated in the past 24 hours alone. And with that, the crypto fear and greed index has reset all the way back down into fear at the current moment in time. Now, the big drop happened mainly on Ethereum and altcoins, right? If we take a look at Ethereum actually validated this head and shoulders pattern that I went over earlier in my live stream. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel with all bell notifications turned on, you're gonna miss when I go live and give you these updates in real time. Earlier in the live stream, we went over how Ethereum was painting this bearish head and shoulders pattern, and this diagonal neckline was about to be tested. Well, lo and behold, what happened? Price broke right through that neckline, and it swept the lows down here at $4,066. Now, the question on everybody's mind is the bottom in, or are we going to go lower? Let's talk about that right now. Now, it's pretty clear the market has a bearish posture at the current moment in time with this breakdown. Remember, they want you to capitulate, they want you to sell, and they want you to give up. Because look, things may be bleak here in the short term, but by year end, I think things will be significantly higher. If we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin barely flinched with this drop. It dropped from around 115K to 112K, a 3% drop, or around $3,500. Again, the real damage happened in altcoins. Now, personally, I'm not expecting the bottom to be in just yet. However, I am looking for a bullish move to retest the origins of these breakdowns. What does that mean exactly? Well, when it comes to supply and demand, which is how I do prefer to trade, that's my edge in the market, I do understand that when it comes to a high probability supply or demand zone, we have to look for the origin of large moves up or down in price. Well, what just happened here on the Bitcoin chart was we had a large move down in a very short amount of time, and the origin of that move down is coming in at around 116K on Bitcoin. Also, if we look at Ethereum, what happened? We had a very large move down in a short amount of time. All right, so same thing applies. I would not be surprised at all to see a relief rally in this market to retest the origins of these breakdowns. On Ethereum, we have some really big levels coming in right at around $4,500. If we were to move up here, I would imagine everyone is going to get really, really bullish once again, shouting for new all-time highs. And look, I do believe Ethereum is going to end the year at $6,000 to $8,000. However, that doesn't mean it cannot test lower levels first. So we need to stay frosty. We need to be prepared. We need to keep our head on a swivel, make sure we're on our P's and Q's to ensure that we can capitalize on a potential move down here on Ethereum as well as altcoins in general. All right, so Ethereum has a major level of weekly demand down here at around $3,700. Also, there's a huge level on the 3-day as well as the daily time frame coming in at $3,200. It might sound crazy to you with the current price at $4,168, but I do think it's possible we see these levels get hit within 1 to 2 months. It's not going to be a straight line down. However, it is largely possible. Now, with that being said, I just mentioned how I'm expecting Ethereum to end the year at $6,000 to $8,000. Why do I say that? Well, Bitmine is currently accumulating Ethereum at a rapid rate. And who is behind, or who is a major investor in Bitmine? Peter Thiel. That's right, billionaire Peter Thiel, who has a very large control on the future of society, in my very own opinion. But anyways, if we look at this tweet from today in Bitmine, they reported that they are holding greater than 2% of the Ethereum supply, or 2.4 million Ether. That is a huge amount of Ethereum to be holding. They have big plans for Ethereum. They are continuing to accumulate, and they are continuing to shake out retail. Ethereum is now an institutional asset. They want retail out. They want to control all of it. So what do they have to do? They have to manipulate you, manipulate your emotions to give up, to sell, to lose all hope, so they can buy it from you at dirt cheap prices, which again is why I'm saying don't be too surprised within October if we get some nasty move down on ETH down here to around the mid 3,000s to the low $3,000 levels. And on Bitcoin, it might sound crazy to you, but it is possible we see around 100K. Some big levels at 102 to 105K. It might sound crazy again, but don't be too surprised if they do come, and that will be the juiciest buying opportunity before we go to Valhalla. Now moving back to what Bitmain is up to, look, they hold 2.4 million Ether, which is greater than 2% of the supply. Also with that, they are holding $11.4 billion in total crypto and cash assets. $11.4 billion. All right, these boys are some big players, and they are not here to take part. They are here to take over, and they want you to sell your bags. So remember that. If things do get even more bleak here going forward into the end of September, into October, remember, they want you to give up. They want you to fold. They want you to capitulate, but you must remain strong. Now, when it comes to altcoins, just yesterday, I posted a video right here in the Crypto Empire channel on ASTER and Avantis and how they are the best performing altcoins in the market currently. Be sure you're subscribed to the channel and have all the notifications turned on, because in this video, I went over the trading plan for ASTER, and exactly what I said actually did play out. At the time of that video recording, we were looking at this trend line being broken, and the plan was to look to buy in the golden pocket down here at $1.32 to $1.22. As you can see, price came directly into the golden pocket, and it gave a beautiful bounce here of 29%. So if you are trading and you have the ability to capture a 29% gain in 8 hours time, that is an absolutely beautiful thing. I hope some of you guys were able to take this long and profit from it. Let me know down in the comment section down below if you were looking for the golden pocket and you got filled on this trade, and make sure you took profit and moved that stop loss to break even. All right, you don't need to be a moon boy bag holder. You can simply look to trade in and out and just continually profit, because the market is ever providing, but you need to be focused and make sure that you're not too greedy and take profits when the market does give it to you, which is exactly what happened on ASTER here. Now also, when it comes to some other altcoins, we had some crazy stuff happen. If we look at coins like BitTensor Tau, it finally hit my level. I've been waiting for months. I have been waiting for months for Tau to hit $297. Guess what the bottom was on this move down here? I'm looking at the Bybit exchange, but the bottom of the move down was $296.96. Perfect hit at 297. We absolutely love to see it. Stop losses at break even. Profit has been secured. Now we see if we do get a nice relief bounce, like I did discuss on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm expecting this to at least go up and test the origin of the breakdown, which for Tau's case is around $330 to $345. From there, we're going to see what does happen next. You guys might not want to hear it. It might sound crazy, but I've been going over coins like Tau in my live streams, and they are continuing to make these lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, testing the same level of horizontal support. This is bearish, no matter how you look at it. All right, the bounces are getting weaker and weaker and weaker from the same level of demand that is getting exhausted. So what do I think the bottom will be for Tau? Well, I think it is largely possible we do see this move down into higher time frame demand, which is going to come in around $250 to $220 on Tau, and this would provide an amazing buying opportunity. If I had to guess when this would happen, it would be sometime in October. There's going to be a lot of time until then, a lot of trades in the meantime. Right? So be sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss anything. We'll be posting videos very often, keeping you up to date on exactly what is going on. I hope you guys didn't panic today. I hope you didn't capitulate. $1.7 billion liquidated. That is a lot of bread. That is the first time we have seen such a large liquidation for this cycle in quite a long time. Don't give up. Don't give in. Stay strong and subscribe to Crypto Empire. So in this video, we went over the crypto crash that happened today, where we saw $1.7 billion of liquidations in the past 24 hours alone, and the day is not finished yet. It could even continue to grow from here. Remember, Tom Lee, Bitmain, Peter Thiel, they are buying up Ethereum by the boatload. Ethereum will be trading at $6,000 to $8,000, in my opinion, by the end of this year. So stay strong, stay focused, stay the course. There could be some crazy buying opportunities coming in October. All right, so if we end up dropping and we have some crazy drops, that does not mean it's the bear market, in my opinion. It is the final shakeout before greatness. So stay strong out there, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button down below. And if you're new to Crypto Empire and you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead right now and smash that subscribe button and turn on all the notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And my name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I'll see you in the next video.